Imagine being trapped deep beneath the Hudson River, surrounded by darkness, panic, and the faint echo of collapsing concrete. Your only hope for survival resting on one man with nerves of steel and a heart of gold. That's the pulse-pounding setup of the 1996 classic Daylight, starring the ever-iconic Sylvester Stallone. And today we're going to be diving headfirst into that chaos. Welcome back to the Nostalgic Korner. Here we revisit the movies that shaped the 80s, the 90s, and of course the early 2000s. These are films that have been forgotten, VHS gems that we've dusted off and taken another trip down cinematic memory lane. Daylight drops right in the middle of the 90s disaster boom. Think Twister with Helen Hunt, Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones, Dante's Peak with Linda Hamilton. But what makes this one stand out is how contained it really is. Instead of the whole world falling apart, it's just one tunnel. Dark, flooded, claustrophobic. And that's where Stallone's Kit LaTorra comes in, a former EMS chief with a checkered past, forced back into action when a group of drunken teens decide to drive a car into the Jersey Tunnel, causing it to explode with some volatile chemicals. And everything literally starts caving in around him. Now, beyond all the explosions and the chaos, Daylight is actually a very fascinating study in human behavior. Human behavior when they're under threat, under duress and pressure. The film spends a surprisingly amount of time with its characters. These are ordinary people in impossible situations, and that's where it hits different. Director Rob Cohen, this is pre-Fast and the Furious. He leans into a lot of atmosphere. The dripping of water, the echo of panicked voices, live wires having to be switched off, that overwhelming sense of confinement. It's less about spectacle and more about surviving the dangers around them. A reminder that real tension doesn't always need CGI, just solid direction and believable fear. Believable fear like the wire that was threatening to electrocute a whole bunch of people. There's also this scene where Viggo Mortensen's character doesn't listen to Kit, as he feels that, he has conquered the world and therefore doesn't need to be told what to do or how to find the structural integrity of a particular structure. He goes, how I know you don't have a sense of all these things without being